Good morning. This is your media report for Tuesday, October the 11th, 2016. I'm Sergeant Chuck Breen, Media Relations Officer for the St. John Police Force. Since Friday morning, the 7th of October, until this morning, St. John Police have responded to 448 calls for service. We would like to hear from anyone that has any information concerning any of our calls or investigations. We can be reached at 506-648-3333 or at our email, police@stjohn.ca, or you can do it anonymously through the Provincial Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-8477 or on their website at crimenb.ca. On Friday morning at 9:08 a.m., St. John Police responded to the Coverdale Centre on Waterloo Street for a call of a violation of a parole. As a result, police arrested a 51-year-old female. She was held and later transported to a federal correctional facility. At 10 a.m., St. John Police responded to a call of theft from Southern Marine on Fairville Boulevard. Officers learned that 2 Sea-Doos that had been on trailers at the business had been stolen. The Sea-Doos are described as one 2014 Sea-Doo model GTI 155, gray and red in color, and the other was a 2011 Sea-Doo model RTX 260, black in color. This matter is currently under investigation by the St. John Police Major Crime Unit. On Friday afternoon at 5:32 p.m., St. John Police responded to a call of theft from W. Smith & Company Jewelers at Brunswick Square. Officers were advised that a male and a female were in the store together looking at diamonds. After they had left the store, staff discovered that they had stolen a $10,000 diamond. This matter is currently under investigation by the St. John Police Major Crime Unit. On Friday evening at 11:19 p.m., St. John Police responded to Partown Centre on Carlton Street. Once there, they learned that a 59-year-old male had violated his parole order. Police arrested the male and transported him to the St. John Regional Correctional Centre. At 12:59 a.m., St. John Police conducted a vehicle stop on Peter Street. Upon checking the vehicle, police discovered a smell of alcohol coming from the driver. The driver was tested on a roadside screening device, which he failed. As a result, he was transported to the St. John Police Station, where he was given a breathalyzer test. As a result of the test, police charged a 39-year-old male with impaired driving. He was released to appear in court on a later date. At 1:14 a.m., St. John Police were called to Seeley Street for a report of a robbery. Officers learned that a cab driver had picked up a male in the uptown area and transported him to Seeley Street. Once they arrived, the male threatened the cab driver with a knife and demanded his money. The cab driver gave him his money and the male left on foot. The cab driver was not injured. This matter is currently under investigation by the St. John Police Major Crime Unit. On Saturday morning at 8:22 a.m., a St. John Police officer, while on patrol in the uptown area, noted a female walking on Peter Street that was wanted for failing to appear in court. Police arrested the 32-year-old female and held her for court. On Saturday evening at 11:20 p.m., St. John Police received a call of a break-and-enter in progress at a residence on Duke Street South. The caller advised officers that they had noted a suspicious male wandering through the backyards and then saw him enter a residence through a back door. A responding officer went to the rear of the residence that the male had entered and at that time saw a male exiting the residence carrying a number of articles. When the male saw the officer, he dropped the articles and took off on foot, jumping a fence and running into the next yard. A search of the area revealed a male matching the description of the suspect hiding behind a fence nearby. As a result, police arrested a 39-year-old male for break-enter and theft. He was held in court in order to appear. At 3:12 a.m., St. John Police responded to a call of a domestic assault on Redhead Road. When officers arrived, they noted a female with swelling to her eye and lip and with scratches on her face. Officers learned that the female had been arguing with her husband when he lost his temper and assaulted her. As a result, police arrested a 24-year-old male and charged him with assault. He was held to appear in court. At 4:15 a.m., police responded to a call of an assault on Anglin Drive. Officers learned that the female victim had been out with her husband for the evening, and when they returned home, he struck her a number of times in the face and grabbed her by the throat. When the victim yelled for help, another resident of the home responded, at which time the victim's husband left the house on foot. While police were speaking to the victim, her husband returned. Police arrested the 40-year-old male for assault and a violation of a court order. He was held to appear in court. The victim suffered non-life-threatening injuries as a result of the assault. At 4:52 a.m., St. John Police responded to a call of robbery on Cobourg Street. Officers learned that a cab driver had picked up two males in the uptown area. The males had asked to be driven to Cobourg Street. When they arrived, one of the males threatened the cab driver with a knife and demanded his money. The cab driver turned over his money and the two males fled on foot. The cab driver was not injured. This matter is currently under investigation by the St. John Police Major Crime Unit. On Sunday afternoon at 3:55 p.m., St. John Police were called to a two-vehicle accident on the eastbound thruway at exit 114. When officers were speaking to one of the drivers, they noted a strong smell of alcohol coming from him. The male was given a roadside screening test, which he failed. He was then transported to the St. John Police Station, where he was given a breathalyzer test. As a result of his readings, police arrested the 46-year-old male for impaired driving. He was released to appear in court on a later date. On Monday evening at 2:38 a.m., St. John Police were on Shamrock Court arresting a male who was wanted for a parole violation. While the officers were placing the male in the back of the police vehicle, they were approached by a female who claimed to be the male's girlfriend. When she was asked to back away from the police vehicle, she struck one of the officers in the face with her fist. As a result, police arrested the 21-year-old female for assaulting a police officer. She was later released to appear in court in December. This concludes the St. John Police Report for Tuesday, the 11th of October, 2016. Have a good day and be safe.